radio for all.
You are now live with the Humble Prince on Sahara FM Radio. Yeah! And we're back live with the Humble Prince on Sahara FM Radio. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. And of course, I've been joined by Mr. Steve Whyte and my guest co-host, event planner extraordinaire, FTK Connects. Yeah, FTK, thank you so much for joining us, man. Fantastic. Steve is the author of the new book called The Love Manual. Bound to be a bestseller, man. Just some of the, I was perusing through the pages, man. I could see some powerful stuff in there. I saw something in there called The Godly Man as a Lover or something like that, man. That's powerful stuff, man. This is what we need, man. Because the state of relationships these days is really, it's really terrible, man. So I know you wanted to read something for us. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So I wrote this part. It was quite crazy. I've spoken to a lot of women, and they really related to this. Okay. I've got two parts in the book: the silent pain of a man and the silent pain of a woman. So each tear you cry seems to fall on secret ground. You're sick and tired of being broken-hearted and messed around. It's as if your love life is cursed, whole life is a sin. Each date is glamorous but empty within. Broken promises again and again. Man-bashing when you confide in a friend. Deep down you know their advice leaves your life in a mess, but you're desperate with empty hope seeking a cure for the stress. But you adopt their reality, all men are the same, and you promise never to get in a relationship again. Then a knock at the door, loneliness moves back in. New weekend, new man, but is he your king? For a moment it feels right, so you undress and give him your heart. Soft pillows and candles, sex on the first night, now you're back at the start. A cold bed, you see the defeat in his face as he blows it. He comes too quick. Unsatisfied to say the least as he offers you a drink. With no room to grow, your soft pillows have turned to rock and your body defiled. You cannot sleep on this bed of stones, your scars are too profound. Unwritten rules have changed the game, discontent but force a smile. All you ever wanted was a hug since you were a child. Daddy wasn't there, but Mum did the best to give you the best of what she had. Made sure you never lacked, but she couldn't be a dad. So a broken child who never grew, adopted the rules of the land, thought love was lust, trusted these men and put your souls in their hands. All men are the same echoes through your brain as you lay there on your back. Then pride stems in and you defend his needs based off your lack. Could it be that you're both lost little kids who never really grew, searching for something that was so divine that hug was not just for you? He doesn't know how to be a man, but maybe it's not his fault. His father was a little boy who also wasn't taught. Generational brokenness flowing through the vine of deceit. Then broken people make broken rules and fruit which more broken people eat. You're certain that your misery is part of God's plan. Is this what love is, being hurt by another man? But deep down, you believe that your time is near, not getting any younger, so you start to fear. You go through life settling for the best of the worst, hoping to find something you never had, but all you encounter is the same little boys with no vision, no hope, and no dads. You're at a crossroad where you can stop to break free from the pain and burning inside, but you bite your tongue because you've heard that love hurts and accept it each time that he lies. This cliche becomes your new reality, conformed by all these unwritten rules. You stay locked away in poverty, unaware of all of your jewels. Cannot breathe as he holds your soul in a black box filled with smoke. Each time he penetrates your body, deep inside you choke. Each girl he's ever slept with, you're the next to be fooled. You share the spirit of their pain and they now become you. He's constantly provoking the spiritual warfare deep inside your womb. Moving his demons in one by one, full house, not just a room.
Wow.
On your knees, but he isn't asking you to pray for him. No, he never wants you to discover who God created you to be. Your light will expose all of his vulnerabilities. But deep down, all the women listening right now, deep down, you never lost hope, you never lost faith, even though it looks like you've lost. The greatness that you possess as a woman came at a mighty cost.
Wow. Whew. God damn.
Yeah.
So that's the pain of a, what did you call it?
That one was the silent pain of a woman.
The silent pain of a woman. Wow. Yeah. That's I would like to, you got to get the book to hear the silent pain of a man, because I know we have pains and everything. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Thank you so much for reading back. So what inspired you to write this book?
My daughters.
Okay.
My whole thing was, I can't leave their future in the hands of society.
Wow.
A lot of parents tell their children, rightfully so, you need to do your studies, you need to do this, but they don't live very successful lives. So the children look at people like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and they look at those who live successful lives, and they see the fruit in their lives and they want some of it. So my whole thing is I need to create something that's never been created before in my family line, so I can say to my children, you can be an author.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And
man.
my whole thing is, if it can inspire my girls, it can inspire the world.
That's really good. Yeah, FTK, chime in, please.
Well, yeah, I'm so, like you said, just really engulfed in the whole, the book itself, Steve Whyte's story, where he came from, who he is, and what he's trying to do right now. But I'm going to go in a different direction because first and foremost, we're happy that you're a client at FTK Connect, but we are on a USA tour and we're in New York right now. So I wanted you to share with people what we're going to be doing tomorrow, Friday, Monday, the rest of the time that you're going to be in the United States. What is the aim? What was the goal? And what, pretty much what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, my whole thing is, I don't go around promoting the book because it's bigger than the book. I am passionate about etiquette and respect and well manners. It's so interesting to see people don't know how to use knives and forks. They don't know how you position your knife and fork on the table, what it means to the waiter. They don't know the small little rules. So I want to travel the world and create conversations again.
Nice.
Create environments, social environments where it's not just about going home and having sex, or it's not just about going and do some drugs and getting high. We can enjoy each other's company just by being nice people.
Right.
So
I agree.
My events are very old-fashioned. I choose very strange locations. The event I have tomorrow in Manhattan's it's in an antique building.
Okay.
Everything looks old. You know, if you look at my artwork, you see it's all black and white.
Right.
That's deliberate. You know, I'm trying to bring back the chivalry of the past, but we're in today's culture.
Yeah,
so my
chivalry
event
is not dead.
It's not dead.
Yeah.
It's not dead. It's just hiding somewhere. It's just
We'll take it
hiding.
back.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
my events are really about, you know, more readings from the book. People have the opportunity to meet me and just really speak to me properly, not through social media. We can have a conversation.
That's good. So you have an event tomorrow in Manhattan, then we have something at Booker, correct? In
We
New
have
York?
on Friday we have Booker Restaurant, and
Yes.
then on Monday we have Bedvine with
Bedvine.
Road to Me.
Yeah,
So
reach out to Road to Me.
absolutely.
Fantastic. We're going to put that all over social media because we'd like people to come out again. Also, we'd like to hear from you guys. 917-284-9811. Please, chime in if you have any questions for Steve. I'm sure he'll be willing to answer. I know I have some questions. So we're going to take a break real quick, and when we come back, we're going to ask Steve some questions.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We'll be right back, live with the Humble Prince.
You are now live with the Humble Prince on Sahara FM Radio. Yeah.
And we're back live with the Humble Prince on Sahara FM Radio. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. And I understand we have a caller for our guests, author Steve Whyte. Caller, you there?
Yes, this is Abby Osoba.
Hey, Abby. Thank you for calling. What do you have to say?
Abby?
Hey, Abby.
Hi, Humble Prince. Hi, FTK Connect Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And hello, Mr. Steve Whyte.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. So good to finally be connected to you. I've been listening, and I really am moved, and I'm really touched by this message that you have to offer.
Bless
and
you.
I think it's something that everyone needs to join hands to make sure that this message is shared worldwide and people need to listen to it. It's so strong and powerful. Like I'm moved.
Bless you.
You know,
Thank you.
just want to say thank you so much, and we'll continue to pray and support you so that this message can be shared, and there's a purpose for you going through all the things you went through, and there's a purpose for you writing all of this, and we know that lives will be transformed. I believe that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Abby, thank you so much for calling. We
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Abby.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, this is real advice, not that quack advice I'll be giving on on Facebook, But like you said, so you can actually say that you probably got your start on social media, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
social media, and then it just evolved.
Yeah, I think social media is a gift and a curse. That's how I got my start, honestly. One of the things I tell people is when Seinfeld, I'm a huge fan of Seinfeld. My mom introduced me to the series, and when he was retiring, when the series was ending, I thought I could write a script to fill that void. Honestly, I was really serious, and I used to just write stuff. And my mom was like, "Why don't you be like a relationship advice guy and stuff like that?" And I just started putting some of my writings on Facebook, and the thing just took off. And that's how I'm here on this
Look at that.
on this radio show. So powerful, man. So I wanted to ask you, who should go first? FTK, your question or mine? Ladies first.
Okay.
Hospitality. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
I saw a sneak peek. I haven't read the book. I'm still going through it. I cannot wait to like dig in. Yeah. I spoke to my friend who was just recently at your event in Atlanta, Stella Damascus, and she told me how she's like besides herself reading all the chapters of the book, and so I'm so excited. I cannot wait. But I did get a sneak peek and I saw something about intimidation. Can you speak to us about that? Men who are intimidated by their women in a position of leadership or whatever, you know, they're aspiring to do, and you know how some men want to pull you back or not let you do what you're made to do.
I'm not going to answer that question, but I want to interject real quick that not all men are intimidated by women.
Not all men. Not all men.
Some women like
I said some.
Some.
Like my husband is not.
Yeah, because some women like to say, "Oh, the reason I'm single is because men are intimidated by my success." Yeah, right.
Well,
you're probably
find the right man.
No, not even just that. You know, you're not attractive. That could be one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, seriously. So don't think it's because you know you're intimidated or you have an attitude that stinks to high heaven.
Right.
You know, so don't just blame it on that. Not all men are intimidated by the success of women. Some men probably are, and they want to hold their women back. I could agree, but you know,
I also think some of the men that are could be also cultural. I find that mostly African men are. They're intimidated by what their women are able to achieve, or the success, or the gift, or the talent that they have.
Not this brother.
I really like you, man.
Not this guy.
See how humble he is?
Yeah.
He's extremely humble. We have to hold him back, literally. Yeah.
Yeah. So Steve, please go ahead.
Well, the angle that first of all, in the book, the common theme you'll see throughout it is I never say men this and women this.
Okay.
The whole point of this book is for you to discover yourself as an individual.
Okay.
Because I think it's fair to say that we are all more than what's in our swimsuits, right?
Hallelujah.
There's more to us than
Definitely.
our genders. So, but the intimidation I talk about is from the perspective of a woman being more successful than her man.
Hallelujah. I pray for that.
Now, I don't, because my whole thing is I believe that I'm supposed to be the head. And I'm supposed to provide for my family.
Okay.
Well, if your woman was successful.
No, my woman is successful.
Right.
Okay.
But she's not the provider. You see, I believe there are 3 levels, and I'm not the first person to say this. When you're born, you're dependent on somebody. Okay, your parents, your teachers, you need them to guide you and mold you. And then you grow into independence.
Right.
And the unfortunate thing is a lot of people strive for independence. I want to be an independent woman, an independent man, thanks Beyonce. Or this whole independent, I'm independent, so I've made it. But you don't make it until you find interdependence. And that's when 2 people can rely on one another. But I always say the man is the head of the house, but the woman is the crown to her husband. And the crown is above the head.
Right.
However, the man has to hold his weight.
Oh, you're good, because they will come. They will come in for your ass with the man's the head of the family with that.
Yeah, no,
but like you said, the woman is the crown, and the crown goes above the head.
Right, absolutely.
Nice. I like
and
that.
it's so important to understand that just because someone is the financial leader in the house, it doesn't mean you can't make your money. It means that you can spend your money and enjoy it.
Right.
Amen to
But let
that.
me provide, you know. It doesn't mean that you're below, because remember, when we've got to get away from it being a competition.
Right.
And men often get intimidated by successful women because they feel like they're competing.
The competition.
But when you have the interdependence, but ladies, this is for you too, because if you still are living independent in a relationship where you're supposed to be interdependent, you can't blame him for being intimidated because you're competing with him.
True.
So it's about working together, and women are often intimidated by men because they don't get equal rights and opportunities. I don't believe in fighting for equality. You know, do you remember the first person who ever tried to fight for equality?
Tell me.
Lucifer.
Oh,
Look
true.
at
Try to
we
get
all know how
people
that
with
ended
God.
up.
Look at where his
Right.
ass ended up.
Right.
Yeah.
Be who you are and be
Right.
comfortable in your own skin. That's my
Fantastic,
thing.
man.
Wow.
I definitely, man. Good. I'm glad that you said that. What do you think about? Because I know you. So obviously you believe in God.
Yes.
You believe in God, and I see you made some,
Reference.
godly references in the book and everything. So what do you think about the part where, the Bible says women should be submit to their husbands? Now, I think men have taken that and misconstrued it.
Yes.
So talk about that a little bit.
Submissiveness is not I'm above you, I'm better than you, I'm stronger than you, I'm everything. To submit means you love. Like when I submit my life to God, that's a lovely gesture.
Right.
That's you know what, I can't be without you.
Yeah.
You know, if you can get to that place with another human being,
Okay.
you've made it. You
Definitely,
know?
man.
So submitting is not, I must do everything my man tells me to do, or I must do, it's a both way thing. I think, you know, you have a leader, and just because you're a follower, it doesn't make you weak.
Right.
It doesn't make you powerless. It doesn't make you insignificant.
Actually, you're more powerful.
Like, how can we act like being a follower of your husband is a bad thing when we're all followers of Christ?
Right.
You know, so we have to understand that if you want society to change and you want, you know, to become a better leader, you have to learn to follow. And that's not just women.
Right.
The man is chasing after Christ. That's a harder thing to live up to.
Right.
That's a harder benchmark to try to attain than the woman following her man.
Yeah.
You know, but
Makes
the
sense.
problem is a lot of men not standing in their place.
Right.
So women are having to do men's roles.
Right.
And women are having to be fathers and mothers. That's what I spoke about in here. And it's just broken.
Yeah, thanks for saying that, man. Another question I wanted to ask you was one of the things I'm trying to do with this platform is create awareness and education for domestic abuse and violence against women in Nigeria, because I believe that they might have laws, you know, like like in the Western society, they have laws. If you beat your woman, or you know, the cops would come, you can get arrested. In Nigeria, you can't even call nobody. If you go to the cops will tell you, you know, go back home. That's a domestic issue. So I'm trying to create awareness around that. So, but what I've noticed in this little short time that I've been doing this is, you know, a lot of men have come out and say they feel abused by women. You know, the women belittle them. They talk to them anyhow, like they don't make money. They just abuse them. One guy emailed me, just like you say, you get tons of emails. I get tons of emails too, dog. One guy emailed me and said because the wife thought he was cheating, she threw a frying pan at his, you know, that's crazy. So, and you know, men don't really want to talk about this, you know, and everything. But, you know, so what are some of the ways you think we could combat domestic abuse by men and by women?
Right. First of all, I don't believe anyone should hit anybody. I think if you love somebody, you shouldn't do those things. But it happens. So my whole thing is a lot of people define strength by how much you can tolerate. I define strength by stepping away. You know, you find the courage to step away from dysfunctional situations.
Yes.
That's the best thing. But it's not always easy for people who are in it, because they may not have anybody else. Like you said, the police ain't gonna listen.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first point of call for me is prayer. Like, pray. That's the first thing. Secondly, it is finding someone to confide into. I got a chapter about real men don't hit women. And I put my email address in there. Any women out there, and men likewise, you feel that you have no one to talk to, email me. It's in my book. I've written it in the chapter.
Right. You know, that's good, man. Some people just want people to talk to, right? And that's what I found when I started talking about this. But so let me ask you something. So what happens if a woman slaps a man? What should he do?
He should diffuse the situation by stepping away.
Okay.
And if he cannot, he should prevent her from slapping him again, but he should not hit her back.
Yes.
How does it prevent her?
It might be holding her hands away. It might be just, I'm going to leave the house. You can chase me down the street, but you're not going to catch me.
Right.
It's about him not acting emotionally.
Yes.
I always say your first reaction is what's on your heart. So if you hit her back because she's hit you, that means it was always there. You know, the first reaction should be love.
Right.
First should be love. And you can diffuse the situation. Women, when they get mad, it's only for a time. It's only for a short period of time.
Right.
As soon as they cool down, they forget what they even did. and you have to too.
Yeah. And like I said, I'll be, it's not easy. Women can push your buttons. They can drive your ass crazy. But I'm from the same school that, I don't think a man should ever lay his hands on a woman. My dad told me that since I was 11. That's 30 years ago, 1985. And, it stayed with me. So
Absolutely.
I found myself in situations where I think but I just think I'm like, I can't do it. So honestly, I walk away. And I'm not saying I'm a better man than anybody. I just think that's the way to handle situations. But I also like to encourage women to please women, don't hit your man either.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
This is so important. That's such a great point.
Yeah.
Any women out there who actually do hit their men, and just because you get away with it now, and he doesn't hit you, you might be creating a beast inside of him that for the next woman, he might just retaliate.
Right.
So really think about what you're actually trying to get out of hitting,
Yeah, exactly. So, also, let's tell them to stop running their mouths, like Mr. Shea Brown said.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't run their mouths. FTK, so you talk about it. You're a woman. What do you think? How do you think women
First
could...
thing was,
Yes.
while you were talking about your dad talking to you when you were
Yeah.
11 in 1985, I was calculating your age.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in my 40s, goddammit. I don't care.
Yeah, but no, nice tips, great tips. I definitely agree. I think that likewise, men and women, since you've been discussing it, and I've heard before, is it's not only men that actually hit women. It's like both ways. I think that if we all can get to the point where we respect ourselves for who we are first, we are able to then respect the people that we're dealing with, because like you've been advocating, and like you said, violence is not the answer to, you're only going to create more issues, pretty much.
No violence, I agree.
Violence,
yeah.
absolutely.
So let me ask you this. So, I've been starting this campaign, and of course, my woman, my wife was like, oh, not the way you yell at me. I said, if that's abuse, I should be in the shelter right now the way you yell at me. Right. So here's my question. And I was trying to, I was talking to some people. Couples arguing, and sometimes we raise our voice. No, I don't care what nobody says. Marriage is not easy, man.
It is not easy.
It's tough. So
I'm the first
not
to say that.
Yes, it's not. From my point of view, it's not a bed of roses. You see people out there, hey, love. If that works, you're fine. Hey. So, of course, you have some good days, but there are also some bad days. So, my question to you is: do you think couples arguing is that domestic abuse?
Yeah, I think it is. I don't
really?
Think I don't think it's abuse, but I don't think it's healthy.
I'm not. I agree. It can't be healthy, but
there has to be arguments. You cannot agree every time.
Can I?
Or maybe it's disagreement.
So you're saying there could be a marriage without arguments?
I'm married for 7 years, and me and my wife never fight.
That is weird.
We never fight. It's not weird. Do you know what it is?
God damn.
Every few years, especially doing what I do, I see cliches float around. And everyone jumps into them and says, okay, that I do this because they do it too. If you start to... you're going to have disagreements. But your disagreements don't have to result in you shouting at each other. Like... I'm not a very argumentative person.
Yo,
maybe it's your personality.
Nick, can you edit that part out when I say I'll be yelling this shit? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So I just think it comes back down to interdependence. If you're on the same team, you don't need to battle against each other. That's we're
Nigerian, man.
Can
We
I say
argue.
something
No,
though?
go ahead.
It has to do with your personality, the kind of person you are.
It depends what your motives are. Because let me tell you something. If you've got a child and you love your child, there's certain things you're not going to do to that child that you would do to someone else. So it's just like keeping the love on the forefront of everything you do. Don't make silly mistakes. I've got something in the book here right at the end, and this is how I tell you can have a relationship without arguing all the time. Right? Let's just start relationships all over again with the fundamentals. His likes, his dislikes. Her likes, her dislikes. Let's stay away from those things.
I feel like without... I'm not saying that you should be argumentative all the time, but I feel like if you're not expressing... Well, you don't have to yell, I agree. Okay, but if you're not expressing what you like and dislike, or if you're not disagreeing, you're suppressing some anger. That's what I feel. Because I feel like if you're letting it all out, you're having...
that's all it is.
He doesn't agree, you don't agree. You don't have to yell, you don't have to fight, but there has to be some type of disagreement, because if y'all are agreeing every day...
Think about this. What's wrong with your favorite color being red and me not liking red, but not condemning you for liking red?
No, we're not. I'm not saying we condemn each other, but there's sometimes we don't disagree.
Just because this is the interesting thing.
Right.
And this is, I break up my life into two sections.
Let's do it, man. Okay. Nick, please, I know we got to round up soon, but we'll be done soon. Yeah, 7:20, because I got some questions for you.
Opinions and advice.
Right.
Opinions come from preference. That's your personal thing. My opinion is, I really like your tie. Her opinion might be, I don't.
Right.
To you, neither of those opinions are valid. Your opinion is not always wanted, needed, or valid. Advice comes from experience.
Right.
There's a difference. So a lot of the things that couples argue about is opinionated. So you say you have to agree. What's wrong with agreeing to disagree? What's wrong with you having your opinion and me respecting that, even if that's not what I believe, without it having to be a clash against each other?
Dog, it's not. Yeah, go ahead.
I think, I want to changed my mindset. I may need a little bit of reorientation, but this may not be true, but I feel like Africans just yell. we're just yellers.
But that's now you're tapping into my next book, which is called Rebel, which is about coming out of those stereotypes and boxes, because we're all individuals.
Well, it's true though.
Nigerians
Nigerians especially.
Married to a Nigerian woman?
You be yelling.
Nigerian woman would light your ass up in a minute.
But I can guarantee you there are some that won't.
They're all stereotypes.
There are some that won't.
We're probably conditioned our mind to think that this is how it is, and that's what's supposed to be.
Kind of that aggressive nature, you know what I'm saying?
Everything we're speaking about today is an emotional response.
Yeah.
But when you live in and walk in the spirit, you get only the fruits of the spirit.
Ooh, hallelujah, Jesus.
Yo, can you cut this guy out, man? He's making us look
He's
bad
too
out here,
good.
man.
He's too good.
So let me ask you something. So
Oh
you say you've been
God.
married 7 years.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And
Absolutely.
you guys have never argued. Come on,
we
dog.
don't argue. We have disagreements.
Disagreements.
But you know, I've learned.
And you raise your pitch a little
No,
bit, though.
I don't. I learned my way of dealing with it is keep quiet.
Does she?
No, she walks away, and we just stay in separate rooms, and then we calm down, and then we just get on life. We address it. We'll talk about it.
Well,
we're both calm.
Don't you think that's suppressing the
No,
issue?
because we will talk about it when we're out of that emotional anger.
Okay.
We'll
Oh
talk
my
about
God.
it so it can be
That seems
resolved.
unreal to me.
Because I tell you what, a lot of people die because of anger. A lot of people die because of upset. A lot of people make really bad decisions because of loneliness. But if you come out of that emotion and don't respond in it, you could save a life.
Yo, you might be our little relationship expert.
Just
on this.
Skype me in.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Yeah,
Can
we
you
should
come
have
back?
an
Because we got a lot. We're rounding up, man. I would like to have you for a whole segment, and let's ask you some questions. Like, let me ask you this, man. Do you think, couples should go through each other's cell phones? Thank you.
I agree.
No.
I agree.
All these women want to. What's in your cell
I
phone?
don't know what
everything?
women you be talking about, because I do see it there. I never want to go through my husband's cell phone.
Oh, some women feel like they should have the same passwords and everything and all that, you know.
To each its own.
Yeah, you're just acting for trouble.
But I think that he should definitely be Skyping in. Like, I want to hear more. Like, I
think-
want
so
to go to London.
If you have to keep your phone upside down all the time, then you're hiding something.
Absolutely.
There's.
Or you can't answer your phone in front of your significant. You're
Oh, I
hiding
can answer
something.
my phone, but it's not necessarily, you talking to other women and stuff. But there's some conversations I have with my boys that might be,
Just
you know what I'm
for
saying? We could be talking like, oh man, did you see that girl's body? Did you see her? God damn,
That's unhealthy conversations.
How's that unhealthy conversation? That's conversation with me and my boys. Yeah, that's not unhealthy. That's healthy like a mug.
It could be leading to things that you could start thinking.
But
and
are there not things
processing.
that you talk to your girlfriend that
Exactly.
you don't speak to with your husband?
Oh, there are many things. of
Exactly.
course.
It's just the
But,
same thing, really.
Yeah, but the content.
Stay away from each other's cell phones and Facebook.
I
I'll tell you
completely
what.
agree to
I'm
stay
not
away.
going to front, man. That Facebook Messenger got me in trouble, so I didn't install it on my phone anymore. So that was it for me and everything. What do you think of social media though, and the role it plays in relationships nowadays?
I've never used social media for me as a person. I don't put my kids online. I don't think it's very safe. I've always used it for business.
Right. You know what happened? Sorry, my son was actually going to get some modeling thing. I think it was either with I can't say the name of the company, but so I did create a Facebook page for him. Do you know some loser woman actually
remember
took
that.
that picture and was claiming that was her son?
Look at that.
Look
Yeah,
at that.
stuff like that.
So
I
I'm not
can't-
going to
I
lie
can't do
now.
that.
So
But there are some
something-
great things. I would never meet you guys if there were no social media.
Exactly.
Social media is great. If I don't think I would have a radio platform if it
Exactly.
wasn't for
But I just
social
think we
media
need to- we need to
and
be-
everything.
And social media has been great for me.
It's been great for me.
my business.
Yes.
I am a picture obsessive picture person. I do love taking pictures, and I love taking pictures of my kids and my
Yeah.
family, and sometimes I do share.
I put some of my stuff out there.
Yeah.
Some of my stuff out there.
But it's more for business
People ask
for
me, "Oh, we perused your whole Facebook page. We didn't see pictures of your wife." Guess what? She said she didn't want to be on Facebook. She's not.
My wife's not on Facebook.
Yeah.
She doesn't do social
But-
media. She's not interested in being in the public eye.
That's
I
it,
love
man. Exactly.
It makes your
Yeah.
life easier.
I love it because
Well, to be
You know-
honest with you, some things and some people, because, in the business we do, they say, I'm always taking pictures with women and this and that. Come on, man. It's just part of it. I did a research when I was designing the show, and that, men and women are attracted to aesthetics. So I say, you know what? Why don't I have a nice woman, attractive woman on the show every week? And it works. I just get myself out, and that's it.
Wow, that's what you're doing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's planned. Yeah. I have a guest co-host every week. Look at her. You see how attractive she is.
Well, thank you.
I'm joking, man. Yeah, so the whole social media thing, I think it's a gift and a curse, and
It's
and
mostly a
and, and let me tell you
depending on
something,
what
man.
you use it
You know
for.
how many women have reached out to me and say, "Look at that dude. Oh, he's putting pictures up of his wife and everything, and he's inboxing me, telling me he wants to take me out."
True.
Yeah. So
I get
please,
crazy inboxes.
Thank you. So all that Facebook,
Yeah.
crap. If your woman doesn't want to be on
I think I
Facebook,
actually turn private message off. Like, email me if you have to.
yeah, I'm a heavy user of email. Man, I mean, dog, we could do this all night, man.
I literally can, seriously.
Yes, but we're gonna continue tomorrow night. No, is it tomorrow or Friday?
Tomorrow, Friday, and Monday.
Yeah, so please, Sammy, our social media guy, he couldn't make it today. He's actually at home. This is how hardworking this guy is. Let's give a goddamn round of applause to Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you, Sammy. Yeah.
Post the right thing, Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy, we applauded for you so you can help us post the venues for Steve Whyte's, what's that, book meet? Stuff?
Yeah, meet and greets.
Meet and greets, yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us the locations, please.
Whoa. Manhattan. I will have to send you the flyer.
Send you the flyer.
Well, Steve is really huge and has a huge following
Yeah.
on social media. You will never miss any of the places that he's going, the venues and the locations. If you also go on my social media, you're going to see the next 2 places we're going to be at. But all the venues and locations, time and date are on his social media as well. I am Steve Whyte.
I'm Steve Whyte, WHYTE. And can I just say, all of my events are free.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They cost you no money.
It
Zero.
costs you no money,
Zero.
but come and gain a wealth of knowledge and
Like,
wisdom.
don't you already feel like you're...
I learned a lot.
It's
man,
so... I'm
honestly.
already inspired by... Yeah.
Definitely. So what do you think? So, did we say we have to 7:12?
We round up, but he's supposed to
Yeah,
say
one more
questions.
minute. One more question. So, say, what do you think about cheating? And should couples forgive each other if they find out their spouse has cheated and stuff? 'Cause
I think it depends on the individual.
it's individual.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like if you're a Christian, then you should forgive.
Christian, my ass, I ain't forgiving. I'll tell you that.
And the reason why I say that is because to ask for forgiveness but not forgive,
Yeah.
It's hypocritical.
Yeah, it's
Like,
something.
you ain't gonna get it either. So,
Right.
Hey.
but if you're not, and you feel like you can't forgive, because
Yeah.
forgiveness comes from a place of love. It's a fruit of the spirit. So people say, "Oh, I forgive, but I don't forget." Well, God doesn't.
Why are you holding on? Right.
That's tough, man. Bro.
It's let go.
Thank you so much, man. Like, you can just tell I don't even want this thing to end. But we
I
got it wound up,
honestly
man.
don't want it
Yeah.
to end. I remember
It's
the
got-
first
man.
time I was talking, I was like, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You're a good
yes,
brother, man. I
yes.
really, really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, sir.
Man. So, please tell people how they can reach you and everything.
I am Steve Whyte.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah.
I am Steve
Whyte.
WHYTE.
Yeah.
You
Yo,
find me.
so you're on Instagram, you're on Twitter, Facebook.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Tell us something. Yo, I need Instagram followers, man. Shout me out or something, man.
Follow Humble Prince.
Yeah, but you
What's
gotta
the-
do it on your page, though.
Yes, Humble
okay.
Prince Olu. Look
Yeah.
at him. Soliciting for followers.
Yeah.
Follow him for great relationship advice.
Oh, no, you won't get it from me. I tell you that. Like, you know what somebody told me? One woman once asked me, why do men cheat? You know what I told her? I said the same reasons women do.
Yo, chapter interesting. Before we go,
Yeah.
interesting chapter in the woman's book.
Yeah.
Why some men cheat. Interesting chapter in the men's book. Why some women cheat. Both chapters are exactly the same.
Oh,
wow.
Thank you. See?
So you do have a little
Yeah.
bit of we're just
Yeah,
gonna say
relation-
Steve endorsed some part of
Just
it.
some part of it, yeah. Steve,
it's all
thank you
right.
so much for joining us, man. Please, if there's anybody you want to acknowledge or give a shout out, the floor is yours.
God. Thank you for
yeah.
bringing me here. I'm not
Nice.
supposed to be here. I have epilepsy, people. I'm not supposed to leave my house, but
Wow.
He gives me the grace to travel across the world and share this message. So I'm very thankful.
Wow.
Wow.
You're just inspiring me, man. And when I started this thing where I said, I just want to create awareness of domestic abuse and violence against women, some people thought I was friend and everything. And I've had nothing but, you know what?
Good love, man.
Thank you. No, I got to use this platform for something. Trust me, I could talk nonsense all day. It's what I do without even getting high or drunk. I just talk. But it's good to use this platform for something tangible, and it's been good. So, man, God, I thank you so much, man. Fantastic, man. So, guys, that's all the show we have. But before I leave, again, I'd like to thank Mr. Steve Whyte. Steve, thank you so much. We'll be working together. Definitely. I just like your whole outlook, man. It's fantastic. So, please, can you come back to the studio? We're going to be doing Skype.
Maybe next week.
Can you come to the studio next week? I think we can work something out. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, let's really promote this, man. Let's get some relationship, some questions out there and everything. Let's give a round of applause for my guest co-host, goddammit, FTK. FTK, plug yourself, man. How can people get in touch with you?
Well, I want to be like Steve Whyte and say thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, definitely.
Really appreciate it.
Pleasure's mine.
Just great job.
Yes.
Always Humble
Yes.
Prince, SaharaTV, Sahara Radio, everything Sahara. Thank you so much for supporting
Big
us.
shout out to GIA as well. But I just want to say, if you have an event and you want to plan it, I swear to God, this lady's a perfectionist.
And
I've hosted about 2 events that she got me gigs for and everything, and all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted, and she'll check it. She's flawless. So please,
Thank you.
definitely reach out to her.
And we plan all types of events, so not just weddings or birthdays. We're doing this tour,
Right.
the book signing, corporate events,
Fantastic.
graduation, all types of events. So feel free to call us. Website is ftkconnect.com.
Nice, thank you. Also, big shout out to Joy. Joy couldn't make it, but please check out the Miss Nigeria USA pageant, beauty pageant, taking place this Saturday at the Alvin Ailey Theater right here in New York City. Go to their website, www.missnigeria.org, for more information. Tickets, early bird tickets are sold out. We have some more tickets, but if you don't get your tickets, there's gonna be more at the door. We'll also have an iPad giveaway. Follow me on Facebook, Humble Prince, Twitter and Instagram, Humble Prince Olu, for your chance to win. It's an iPad mini. FTK, let me see your iPad mini right there, man. Let people see what time it is. Yeah, it's a little iPad mini. Nice something, something like this, If you win it, you could probably give it to your kid or whatever. They'll probably enjoy it. Give it to your wife, give it to your jump off. I don't care who you give it to, but just come. You have to win. You have to win. You have to attend the event to win. But so you guys see what we do here, but what you guys will know that there's a lot that goes on behind. There's a production team. This is not your radio show out of your basement, out of your kitchen. This is from a live studio in New York City, right there in the heart of New York City by the Empire State Building. We're right by Madison Square Garden. And for this show to take place, I have a whole team from Sammy, that's on the technical team, Sammy on social media. Also, we have Michael on the TriCaster. I'm sure a lot of you don't even know what a TriCaster is. Google that. Yeah, and of course, okay, big shout out to Fatima, big shout out to 2SC Phillips. Thank you so much for entertainment news.
Evan, what's his name?
I don't even know the guy's name. What's this guy's Nick? Oh,
Nick.
Nick. Let's give a round of applause to Nick. Nick, thank you so much, man. I saw Ike back there. Big shout out to Quasi. Sorry, Adiola couldn't make the callback segment, but I'm sure she'll be in touch. I saw Dr. Damages out there. Make sure you check us out this weekend on Sahara TV. Who else? Oh, Tosinga, I guess. Thank you so much.
Yes. And my man, Shay Brown.
Man.
Yes.
Shay Brown, much love for you, man.
Yes.
Shay Brown is Shay Brown on everywhere. Social media, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Reach out to him, man. He's a great comedian, great host, a little pricey a little bit, but that's what somebody told me today. Somebody inboxed me. They're like, oh, that guy charges that much? I said, no, you just can't afford him.
Right,
big shout
his worth.
Yes, his worth. I said, big shout out to CCATL, man. She gave me, and CCATL is the one that does my flyers, scratchhouse.com. Check it out. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anybody, man. And just all of you for listening, man.
GIA.
Big shout out to GIA. Thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Steve's going to be back. Yeah, got some more relationship questions for your ass. Live with the Humble Prince. We out.